Next Fortnite season has been confirmed to be a 35-day long Star Wars season. So Chapter 6 Season 3 is going to be a bit like Remix, but of course it's gonna be Star Wars. The season will start on May 2nd, which is just in time for May the 4th.
Obi-Wan, may the Force be with you.
But yeah, in this video, I'm gonna be covering every single time Star Wars has been a part of Fortnite's storyline. But before I get into it, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and why not join my Fortnite Discord server? The link is down in the description below. Either way, let's grab our lightsabers and get straight into the video. Now, we gotta go back to early Chapter 2, Season 1, where a few Imperial Stormtroopers were caught scouting the Chapter 2 island, until a group of loopers confronted them. Now, about a week after that, changes were starting to happen at the location of risky reels. Like cars and other props were beginning to be moved out of the way. Even the big screen was moved. And we were all like, what on earth is happening here? Well, a couple of days later, we found out that all of this build-up is for an upcoming Star Wars live event. Live from Risky Reels, Fortnite presents Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker exclusive scene premiere. Watch it live on December 14th. You won't want to miss this, and here below is the live event key art. Now, this event was of course advertised all over Risky Reels, until the day of the event when the entire POI was just replaced with one big stand, and there was a massive blue beam coming from it. Now, the event began with the stand rising, and that's when we saw the Millennium Falcon and other Star Wars ships. Though, just as the Millennium Falcon was about to land, it was under attack, causing an intergalactic space battle to occur in the skies of the Chapter 2 island, whilst giant Star Destroyers also started to appear. Now, after the threats were taken care of, the Millennium Falcon starts to land on the platform. Shortly after this landing, the Star Wars director J.J. Abrams and an Imperial Stormtrooper exit the spaceship, as well as the presenter of the Game Awards. And that's when we were shown a sneak peek of the Rise of Skywalker movie. Now, after that event, Risky Reels was put back together, and that's when Rey and Finn came to the island to deal with the groups of Imperial Stormtroopers still scouting the island, and to of course deal with Kylo Ren, the supreme leader of the First Order. But yeah, a few weeks later, all of the Star Wars stuff was then removed, just for most of it to come back 5 months later on May the 4th in 2020. Now, at the end of 2020, Jones had to make sure that no one would escape the loop by the 0 point, and he genuinely couldn't do this on his own, so he needed backup. And that's when he called in reality's greatest hunters.
Okay, locate the best hunters across all realities.
Signatures triangulated and defined. Execute.
This better work.
And just like that, the Mandalorian and his Razor Crest crashed right onto the island, with Baby Yoda coming with.
I've been gathering the greatest hunters across all realities, and I started with the best. Cost a lot of credits to convince Mando, but this is the way.
So yeah, the Mandalorian would be given bounties to complete to make sure that nobody would escape the loop. He even had a bounty on Peely, and let's just say it ended up with Peely being frozen in carbonite. Also, around that time, Kit's Cantina was added to the island. That's where the Mandalorian would collect a lot of his bounties. But about a month later, when Zero Crisis happened, the Mandalorian and his ship just disappeared. So Mando flew off from the island when there wasn't really much use for him. Also, on May the 4th in 2021, there wasn't any return of anything to do with Star Wars at all, not even in the item shop. So after Mandalorian, 2021 was an extremely dry year for Star Wars in Fortnite. Until the very end of 2021, when we were in Chapter 3, Boba Fett came to the island, and shortly after that, in 2022, Fennec Shand and Chrysantan came to the island too. And you can see them talking with that one alien skin and fish stick here. But the season after that, Chapter 3, Season 2, Resistance, is a very big season for Star Wars. Because that's when Obi-Wan Kenobi comes to the island, and he's actually there for Darth Vader, who is actually, believe it or not, secretly working for the Imagined Order. And whilst Obi-Wan is searching the fortress, Darth Vader makes a special surprise visit behind him. And this is when the two have a lightsaber duel, and we get a glimpse of this in the Collision live event by the 0 Point. Now, after Collision, Darth Vader sticks on Reality Zero and brings his stormtroopers to the island, because they are all searching for a Sith holocron, and, well, the scientist also wants this.
The relic is in possession of a Darth Vader, and our only option is to take it back by force.
So that's when we eliminate Darth Vader just for him to throw the Sith holocron into the ocean. So that's just great.
Did you drop the relic into the ocean, or did he? Oh, the scientist is going to be so sad.
But then the Sith holocron washed up onto the shore and it ended up in Rave Cave. But yeah, the scientist then got it. And the Sith holocron was one of many 0 Point relics from that season. Now, the season after, Luke Skywalker, Leia Organa, and Han Solo found themselves on the Chapter 3 island, and Darth Vader was searching for them. And that was all in Skywalker week. But yeah, after that, Fracture then happened, and then in Chapter 4, Season 2, Anakin Skywalker comes to the Chapter 4 island with Obi-Wan and Darth Maul in forms of holograms to train loopers in the ways of the Force, while clone troopers set up Republic checkpoints around the island. But then later, Anakin falls to the dark side and becomes Darth Vader, returning to the island in person, who then also led his stormtroopers during the execution of Order 66. So, Chapter 4 Season 2 was a very big season for Star Wars. Like, we would literally go through portals to the Star Wars reality and then come back as a Jedi. And all of this happened around May 4th, so yeah, that season was big on Star Wars. Oh, and I forgot, Padme, Anakin's lover, also came to the island that season as well. And then 2 seasons later, in Chapter 4 Season 4 Last Resort, Ahsoka Tano then came to the island, and she would also teach us by a hologram and let us take her white lightsaber. Last year, after the Big Bang, of course, Darth Vader then came to the Chapter 5 island, and this was in Chapter 5 Season 2 Myths and Mortals, and he was actually keeping Chewbacca captive. But then we free Chewbacca and we defeat Vader once again. And again, that all happened around May the 4th. But Darth Vader would then come back as a samurai in December, alongside with his samurai stormtroopers. And this was, of course, to fit the theme of Fortnite Chapter 6, which is where we are now. Well, as of now, we are in Chapter 6, Season 2 Lawless. But next season, beginning on May the 2nd, we will be getting an entire Star Wars season, but it's only going to be 35 days long. So it's not going to have that long of a battle pass. Again said, it's going to be a lot like Remix, but of course, Star Wars. And the season starts 2 days before May the 4th, so it's honestly perfect. And next season will also include new Star Wars POIs, new mythics, new skins, and the storyline should connect to it in some way. As of now, the mask maker Daigo is being corrupted by a dark presence within the spirit realm. And as of now, it's heavily believed that this dark presence is Emperor Palpatine. It's already been confirmed that he'll be in the Battle Pass next season and he'll have a hood style. And expect him to have an electricity mythic as well next season. Also, there is an unreleased lightsaber in the files right now with lightning abilities, so we're most likely going to be getting that too next season. Before I end this video, I do want to tell you guys a fun fact. Originally, in the Big Bang Live event, we were meant to come across this Star Wars reality, which looks like this, but it was scrapped for some reason, and we don't know why. Probably because they didn't want to already hint at their massive collab with Disney, but we don't know. Either way, next season will be our first ever Star Wars season, and I am pretty excited. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel, and why not join my Fortnite Discord server? The link is down in the description below. And remember, may the Force be with you, even though it's not May the 4th yet.